Hey guys, happy Thursday. I'm really tempted to say happy Friday. Feels like it should be Friday. All right, looks like we're good. Live on Facebook. How's YouTube doing? Hello, everybody. I'm working on getting another device. Today is a Thursday challenge day. So I have a live challenge for you and some news. All right, so first, the news. Well, I'm looking for myself on another device just to make sure I can monitor comments. We talked last week about doing another round of paper sampler. Those links are ready, and we're going to do another round. I've noticed that there are 2 designer series paper packs on low inventory. So we are going to hold open the links in groups of 4 and order as soon as possible. The links will close on Monday. Unless the paper sampler, we don't have the supplies from Stampin' Up. So look out for after this broadcast. If you are newsletter subscribers, kitchentablestamper.com/email is where you can get subscribed to our email letter. We're going to send out the links for that. And if you've asked us for links, we are working on sending those out to you by email today, right after this broadcast too. All right, so we're ready for a second round. And then it's going to be a quick turnaround. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Stacy. Hi, Jen. Hi, Tony. Thank you for sharing. All right, so if you're interested in joining us for our sampler and sketches series, it's not too late to join us. I'm getting feedback that you guys are, the first round is receiving their paper and you guys are loving it, which is good news to my heart. I'm going to just get this device over here to see if it'll show me what's going on YouTube, and then I will show you my paper sampler. So for anybody who's doesn't know, hasn't been involved before, if you're on the fence and you just want to know a little bit more about it, let me show you really quick. All right, but before I grab my paper sampler, this is our project today. It's also our challenge in the Craft Social. It's a 2468 box. Little lid on this 2x2x2 box, and inside it's a little mushroom stress ball. I found these on Amazon, and when I saw them, I could not even resist. All right, let me set this aside for just a minute. That's what we're making today, and that's the challenge in the Craft Social, the 2468 box. Not necessarily this one, because I'm going to show you some fun ways to do it. Isn't this great, you guys? It just makes me smile. I'm having kind of a hard, sad day, and these guys, stress balls, mushroom stress balls. Hey, Becky, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. Happy Thursday, Jan. All right. Hey, Margaret. And let's see here. Tony says, too cute. Love it. I recognize the pens from Pink Buckaroo. Well, I have to tell you, these are pens that I used all the way back with the snail mail. And I've been using these in my business for a long time. I do have the pens. We use the pens in the Whimsy Workshop. So if you want a box for the pens, the Whimsy Workshop has that one. And this box is for the mushroom stress balls. The other thing I found was a whole party pack, which I thought was kind of fun, because if you got the Toadstool Garden designer series paper, you got the terrific Toadstool bundle, you might as well have a whole bunch of fun gifts to give away. And the party pack that I found had the pens, the stress balls, and then also had stickers. Really, really cute mushroom stickers. And it had pins. Sometimes my Chicago accent can't tell the difference between pens and pins, but pins, like pins and pens. So it had all the different gifts, all the different goodie bag stuffers all in one item number on Amazon. So I put all those in the description below if you're interested. And yeah, and if you have been around for a long, long time with Kitchen Table Stamper, you know I used the pens in the snail mail class. And the snail mail class is still available in our online classroom. So check out kitchentablestamper.com/shop, and you can see a whole history of amazing things that I have done for classes. All right, now, paper sampler. We got to talk about this really quick. It's going to be a very fast turnaround because there are some low inventory items. If you were thinking about this and you're waiting for the links to open, we're going to send you links if you ask for them. And if you are on our email list, we're going to send you links. but we're going to turn them around fast. I'm going to order them as they come in, and we're going to hope for the best. If there is any papers that are out of stock at the time of ordering, I do reserve the right to substitute. Okay, so just know that I'll probably pick up one of those great recolored or an online exclusive or something to substitute. All right, so our paper sampler has a couple of levels of options. Ready? So the just the paper option is just what it sounds like. It is just the paper. It's the designer series papers that are new in the catalog. You can check out the paper sampler post on the Kitchen Table Stamper blog, and it will show you what's included. I'll pop a link into that into the description after to that blog post, and then you can get the flyer with the printable details and whatnot. All right, so it's just the paper. Let me show you what our just the paper looks like. This is just the paper. You can still follow along with our sketch series that starts not Friday, but next Friday. And this is how Kitchen Table Stamper paper sampler works. You're going to get it packed like a brick. We keep the 12-inch papers in 12 inches so that you can have the most versatility with your paper. You pull this out of the bag and flip it over when you get a Kitchen Table Stamper paper sampler. And then what you'll find is a card that has what is the name of this paper, what are the coordinating colors of this paper, and where can you get more. So Everyday Happiness, and then Mixed Media Florals, and it has all the coordinating colors. Something I want to point out, especially if you're just getting your paper sampler from us, the Floral Delight Designer Series paper and the Floral Gingham are packed together. So you can see that on our card here, Floral Delight Designer Series paper, Floral and Gingham vellum, and then when you flip that over, that's what you got. Here is Designer Series paper, Designer Series paper, Designer Series paper, Designer Series paper, and Designer Series paper. And then right behind that are your vellum. So if you think that you're missing them, please be very careful and look again. And I'll tell you why. Because these are such a rare commodity. These are the 12 by 12 chipboard backers that you get in your Designer Series paper. And we actually just run out of them. So this was a very good opportunity for us to put 2 samples in one divider. So look out for that. And if you are local and you don't want these to go to the recycle bin or the landfill, and you want to, arrange to meet for a cup of coffee and I'll pick them up for you, or can drop them in Rolling Meadows, or if you're close enough for a porch pickup, these are always way too short supply when I'm doing paper sampler. You'll find in your paper sampler this time that some of the Designer Series papers were divided with some metallic, like heavy weight, instead of these from Stampin' Up. And use it for die cutting, you guys. Think of it as a bonus. Okay, also included is Ocean Friends, and it's a 6 by 12 sample of each one. Then Cute as Can Be Designer Series paper, a 6 by 12 sample of each one. So those are our 6 by 12 that are included. And then also included is the Timeless Plaid, one of the ones that's on low inventory right now. So when you get your links, if you're doing it, turn that payment around, because I'll be ordering them as they come in to try to secure our supply of the low inventory ones. So Timeless Plaid, all the colors included, one of each of those. Everyday Skies is included in our paper sampler, and then one of each of those. And the beautiful Bouquet, it's such a controversy, and 2 each of those. All right, so that is our just the paper. We have just the paper, and then we have the sampler and sketches. You can get the sampler and sketches in PDF, or the sampler and sketches with laminated sketches. So if you want those that's the one you haven't seen yet. If you want those sketches laminated, there's an option for that. If you want just the PDF sketches, there's an option for that. When you get plus the PDF sketches, you'll also get a spool of the cream ribbon and the low profile dots, because those are the embellishments that I'm using on all the cards. So any of the PDF options, whether it's PDF, any of the sketch options, whether it's PDF or laminated, you're going to get these items. All right, so that's the sketch options, just the paper or with the sketches, and then there's an add-on. And so if you've got this already, when you add on the two-tone cardstock, I am going to give you a sample of every design celebration paper that's currently available. All right, so if you want the add-on, there will be an option to add it on at checkout. And the two-tone cardstock add-on looks like this. Let me show you this one really quick. This is how we pack it, by the way. I want to show you guys that too. So when you receive your paper sampler, you will receive them so that they're packed like this. They support each other. Every envelope gets packed the same. And then it comes to you in a big brick if you do the add-on, okay? So don't go looking in here for your celebration paper. If you add it on the cardstock, that's how you got the free paper. The free paper is in with the cardstock. I've had some confusion on that. All right, so in the add-on, you can, for $16, I really want you to try this product. You can add on the two-tone cardstock. So this one, we'll go from the back again. We've got Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, and Petunia Pop, and you get 2 sheets of each of those. And then Everyday You and Me, you get Gray Granite, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Very Vanilla, and Pretty Peacock. And then in the Storybook Life, you get Wild Wheat, Old Olive, Lost Lagoon, Crumb Cake, Calypso Coral, Boho Blue. So in some of them you get repeats. You'll have up to 2 6x12 sheets. So just enough to try and see all the colors. Wildflower Celebrations, you get Pool Party, Blueberry Bushel might be my favorite, Old Olive, Soft Seafoam, Peach Pie, and Pretty in Pink. Okay, so that's the add-on. And when you add on, then you get this little sampler of designer series paper, 1 sheet of every celebration paper. So you get 8 sheets of the toadstool, and then 12 sheets of the fruit, and 8 sheets of the Blossom Impressions, I think it's called. Bloom Impressions designer series paper. So that's how it goes. The links are pretty simple. You'll choose which option you want. After you choose which option you want, you'll have the option to add on the cardstock if you want to. Check out with any major credit card. Links will go out to email subscribers later today and to anybody who's requested them. If you want to join us, you have to join quickly because there are a couple of designer series papers on low inventory. All right, so thank you so much for listening. I know so many people have asked it, and it's really much easier for me to show it in live time and flip through so that you can really understand and make a good decision. So thanks for sticking with me. And if you're going to join me for a second round of paper sampler, Monday night, I'm cutting off the links unless Stampin' Up! Sells out of one of the 2 low inventory papers before then, okay? Tina says those are too cute. You like the little treat box? Let's see. Stacy says, I'll save mine for you, then come visit you. That would make me so happy. I'm having kind of a sad day, and that just made me so happy. I don't know why. That sounds like a plan. Thank you for saving them for me. Those 12x12 chipboard, the labels in the back of the designer series paper, my goodness, they're like gold around here. So this is what I'm talking about, just in case anybody, this page on the back that tells you what it is. If anybody local or local-ish wants to hold on to these and save them up for me, I'd be happy to meet you for a cup of coffee to get them, or you can come over here and make a card and drop them off, because at paper sampler time, it's crazy. All right, so our box today. Beth liked and shares. Thank you. Becky says, where can I find information for your paper share? You know what? Let me show you guys one thing really quick. I'm going to pop over to the website, and I'm going to show you really quick. If you go to kitchentablestamper.com, and let me just share this really quick. Hopefully it'll not give me any problems. Computer screen. I should be sharing it. I am. That's lovely. All right, so you're going to go to kitchentablestamper.com and just scroll down a bit to page 2. I'll put a link in the description after this, and then you'll see halfway down the page, there's our paper sampler and spring sketch series. and then it'll lay it out here, what's included, sampler and PDF sketches, sampler and concierge sketches, that's those laminated ones I showed you, just the paper. Now, if you get any of those 3 levels, but add on the 2-tone cardstock that I showed you, then you're going to get the free gift of the Celebration Sampler, 24 pieces of 6x6 designer series paper. And then if you want to print that out, you can just click for the printable flyer. It'll open up a PDF for you that you can save or download. All right? Is that good? Let me see something here. Maybe I can go like this, copy that. Let's see if I can add it in here after. Oh wait, hold on. Let's do this, and then do this, and then I don't know if I can edit this, but I can put it in the comments. There you go. Paste, and go. All right, it's in the comments on Facebook, and let's see, chat, paste. It's in the comments on YouTube. All right, thank you for asking that. I had never done that before. All right, so that's where you can find the information. If you need links, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com, and we're sending those out today. We're also sending it in our newsletter to email subscribers. All right, so let me show you something really quick. I know it's like a chatty start here, but I love this box, and I just want to show you the versatility of it. All right, so this is, you guys, this is what I do. I make my templates, I photograph them, I share them with you, but then I keep them in a binder page. And this is a 2468 box. Maybe if you've been around stamping a little bit, you know this. This is one of the things that, like, whoa, I liked stamping, but I like making treats. And when I learned this, I was like mind blown, right? All right, so this is a 2468 cube. It's a 2x2x2 cube when you're all done. And what you're gonna do is start with 8.5 by 4. Okay, and then for the lid, you need 3 9/16 square. You guys ever made 2468 boxes? Let me know in the comments if you've made these. I love this box. All right, so what you do with this box is start on the 8.5-inch side, no matter what kind of box you're making, no matter what size you start with. You start on the 8.5-inch size, you score 2, 4, 6, and 8, right? That's why it's a 2468 box. So to get a 2x2x2 cube like we're doing today with a lid, this is what you need. I love this box in like an 8.5 by 5.5. So let me show you that. Put the lid aside for a minute. So then in an 8.5 by 5.5, you could get 2 of these boxes out of 1 sheet of paper. Score 2, 4, 6, 8, cut it in half at 5.5, turn and score at 2, and then you get 2 boxes out of 1 sheet. Right, now let me show you this. So this is our half sheet. This is 8.5 by 5.5. And when you fold this guy up, you get a 2x2 by 3.5 inch box. And, oh, look at that. You see my little mushroom? And the same lid fits this box. So that's, okay, so we got a, but then we have a box that's 3.5 by 2x2 versus 3 by 2, or versus 2 by 2 by 2. So 3.5 by 2 by 2, 2 by 2 by 2. Okay, now I'm going to show you another thing about this box that's pretty rockin'. So that's the lid, but the lid is optional. All right, so do you guys know this? I need some comments. I need to know if you guys know the 2468 box. I see lots of hearts and thumbs ups on the Facebook, but not too many comments. Let me see if I can pop over and see. Yeah, you guys. I haven't made this box before. I love the different sizes. Yes! And Beth thinks it's very cute. Yes, always making boxes. Tony, you are always making boxes. Let's see here. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Vicky. All right. Let's see. I've made a lot of boxes. It's fun, isn't it? All right, let's go ahead and show you this next thing. Okay, so the other half of the paper, right? No lid. Instead, we're going to take that same 2468. It's 8.5 by 5.5. We're folding it up the same way. We're just not going to put a lid on it. Instead of putting a lid on it, we're going to pop a little gusset. Now it's kind of like a little, I don't have adhesive there, so don't mind with me. Now it's like a little lunch bag. Okay, and you can staple this closed, you can punch a hole in it and tie it with a ribbon. You can find a die cut and fold a die cut over it so that it'll have a flap. That's what I did with this one. So you can see the little mint macaron tag is actually a flap, so you can lift that. It's with Velcro, and that is a gusseted 2468 box. I'll link to this project also. Or you can pop the gusset out. So instead of in, pop it out, and then you get a fabulous pouch. And you can close that off the same way. So you can punch a hole, you can put a doily and staple it, you can put a die cut, you can close it with a flap and Velcro. So very, very versatile. Now, the size of the box is entirely up to you. Here's a full sheet of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and you can go to 4, 6, 8. Rotate to the right, score at 2, and then you can get a 2 by 2 by 9 inch box. So you can think about maybe hand lotions or a body lotion, something in a long tube. You could stack all those little mushrooms up and do a whole bunch of mushrooms in a stack. But to illustrate the point, this totally adjustable, and it's entirely up to you. And it's our challenge in the craft social this week. So I want to see your 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes, whether they're 2 by 2 by 2 cubes, or they're 2 by 2 by 3.5, whether they've got a lid or they're pinched shut like a gusset bag, or they're opened out like a pouch, whether they're short or tall. I want to see yours, okay? So that's our challenge in the craft social today. You have until Tuesday to play, to be considered for prize patrol, but you can play anytime, any of the challenges. All right, so that is our challenge for this week. Let's get started. We're going to make it. Jen says, awesome, versatile box. Yes, it certainly is. Nancy says, love this box. It's my go-to box. I've never added a lid before. Well, here you go. That's the standard lid for all the 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes. 3 9/16 by 3 9/16, 3/4 all the way around. Now you can add a lid. I can't wait to see it. Stacy says, no, now, but I will. Oh, so you haven't made this box before, but you can give it a try, Stacy? I hope you will. Beth says, I'll have to try making this box. Good. If you use your Stampin' Up! Supplies, join us in the craft social. The link's in the description below. And share what you make. All right, let's get our template for this box. Oh, not this box. The box we're making. This box, which is 8.5 by 4. And I'm going to use gray granite. It's such a simple little square cube box that can be fun for all kinds of different treats. Even marshmallow stress balls, mushroom stress balls. You don't know how bad I fight every time to say mushroom instead of marshmallow. All right, there's my gray granite. I've got a 3 9/16 square of the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper, and we're going to give this a quick score. Now, this little project right here is really fast and easy. It's always the same thing, no matter how long your paper is. It's always 8.5, and you always start on 8.5. 2, 4, 6, 8. Rotate once to the right and score at 2. Doesn't matter how long your paper is. It could be 12 inches long. Okay, that's our box. And then our lid is 3 9/16, so it's one little blip, not an eighth past a ½ inch, but one little mark on your trimmer. 9/16, 3 9/16, and we're going to score all the way around at 3/4. So 3/4, 4 times. 3/4 and 3/4. All right, so that's our lid and our base. Now let's go ahead and trim these up. This box is kind of the next step after we did the Whimsy Workshop. So if you have not seen our Whimsy Workshop, you are going to want to check that out. The Whimsy Workshop is a 4-project tutorial. Let me show you that. And it is free with any Stampin' Up! Order. So this is our Whimsy Workshop. We use the Toadstool Garden Designer Series paper and featured both the Darling Dinos and Terrific Toadstools. You get 2 projects from each, and the box in this one holds those little mushroom pens. So if you're looking for a box for that one, the Whimsy Workshop is a place. It's a tutorial, PDF tutorial that you can print like I do if you want, or download and keep it to your computer. And it includes 2 exclusive printable resources. So you'll get a card doodle, and I laminate mine, and a twinkle treat exclusive to the Whimsy Workshop each month. So they're collectible. You can get it for free with any size Stampin' Up! Order, but if you place a $60 order, then you can also get the Whimsy Workshop and the Toadstool Garden Designer Series paper. This Toadstool Garden is a celebration item, and it's free from Stampin' Up! With a $60 order. Free from me with any size order, Marisa Alvarez, that's StampinUp.net, is the Whimsy Workshop PDF. Now, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Order for me, that's okay. Maybe you're a demonstrator, or you have a demonstrator that you really love. You can purchase the Whimsy Workshop in the store, Marisa Alvarez, kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And then you just click on tutorials and Whimsy Workshops there, or you can add on or click on recently added, and it'll show you the most recent things, which Whimsy Workshop will be right on top. The whole store is filled with amazing tutorials, a whole history of my stamping with, or my classes with Stampin' Up! All right, we've got our lid, and the lid is super simple. You've got a rectangle with 2 squares. Cut straight along the rectangle, and then a little angle on the square up to that intersecting score line, and then angle the square, this glue tab. It'll make everything neater when you close up. And then if you're having any trouble with the seeing the score line, especially on that mushroom's got a strong horizontal or vertical, depending on how you're holding the paper pattern, sometimes the score lines get lost. Turn it over. You might find it's a little bit easier with a pattern that's not so straight line streaks, you know. We're gonna bevel this little edge, and then keep the rectangle straight, cut out the score line with a little angle, and then bevel the edge. All right, so we've got the sides of our box are the long rectangles, and the tabs are the squares that we've turned kind of trapezoid shape. Ooh, the static is crazy. Did you see those scraps jump? All right, now we've got the tab in the right hand here, and it doesn't matter which way really, because it's 2 by 2 squares, but we're going to start with that tab there, and then cut an angle up to the score line intersecting, and then an angle down to the score line, and then angle the glue tab. Now here you want a trapezoid, square, trapezoid. So you're going to cut an angle. Those are the ones that are getting tucked in. You're going to cut straight along the next, and then pull out this little bit here of creased paper, and then straight. So you've got a trapezoid and a square, and then an angle, and this one's going to be a trapezoid, and the trapezoid one gets tucked in, and that just makes the bottom of your box a little bit cleaner, takes some of the bulk out. And so now you'll see when I set it down, this one's got the angles, square, angles, square. All right, let's put this guy together. Super simple. I need some tear and tape. And we'll get that going. Beth says, I have to watch the replay. I have an audit now. That does not sound fun. I don't like that at all. I will see you on the replay, Beth. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so let's go ahead and put some tear and tape on the tab here. We'll remove that liner, fold up any excess, fold on the second score line, and then back on the first one from the opposite side. Line that up, and then Come on, line that up. There we go. You almost got it, you guys. I don't know why it keeps popping away from me. Watch this. It pops away from you, and then just switch the score that you're holding on and smash it down. All right, now, your trapezoid tabs are the ones that go in first. And then on the square tabs, I gotta find the back of my box, you want to put adhesive inside from the back, or inside from the front, outside from the back. So front of your box, the adhesive is on the inside, and on the back of your box, it's on the outside of the box. And then when you pull those off, they meet together at each end. Square that all up, and then we're going to use the bone folder and burnish that down. Alright, now for the lid, we need a little bit on the tabs, or if you're like me, a lot on the tabs, because I don't want those tabs to get stuck when I'm lifting the lid off or putting the lid on. I want it to slide smooth and not catch on anything. You can use liquid glue, use your Seal Plus here, that would be alright, but I feel like on tabs on a lidded box, more is more. Let's get the liner off of that. Alright, you guys, how do you like it? So far, so good? There we go. Let's see. I see there's comments on Facebook. I'm sorry, they're not really showing up anywhere. I might have to scroll back through them a little bit. Vicky says, I need the toadstool set. You do need the toadstool set next month. Card Club is the terrific toadstools. And we're going to combine it up with the plaid paper. So we're going to have the toadstools for spring, but since it's February, the plaid's kind of nice and cozy, and I think you're going to love the cards. So keep an eye out for Card Club for Cool People. Sneak peeks coming soon. You had one in your January Card Club in the flyer. There's a little sneak peek, or if you go to kitchentablestamper.com/shop and you check out our subscriptions, there's a sneak peek, I think, of the toadstool on there. All right, all these 4 tabs are sticky, and they go in and adhere to the back of the long rectangle. There's your lid, and it is the perfect size for your 2468 box, no matter how tall it is. Because I'm glad you're showcasing it now. I have loved it from the beginning. I'm going to be really honest, and maybe you'll be like, oh, Marisa, she's such a curmudgeon. Or maybe you'll be like, I agree. The toadstools, with the "You Are Magical" and like the reference to the magic mushrooms, that's a little questionable to me. So you won't find me using that greeting. You can. I'm totally okay with everybody doing what everybody feels right in their conscience to do. You won't see me using that one, but I love it so much. I love the mushrooms, the woodsy. There's so many great treats, like little stress balls and stickers and pens, and then you go gnomes and snails, and it's such a great theme that I knew from the beginning I would be featuring it, and I love a punch bundle. So yeah, I'm glad you're excited about it, and I love to show you some other things, because our Card Club is going to be the plaid, and the plaid has a warm, kind of cozy feel. This was the thank you card for our January Card Club for Cool People. I always try to put a handmade thank you card in your packets, and this is the card. So this is kind of a warm-up card, kind of a sneak peek at what's coming for our February Card Club. So this is a little bit more, it's like Mario, with the red with the dotted, it's a little bit more playful. We're going to go a little bit more woodsy in Card Club with those neutral colors of the plaid paper. So, all right, there's our 2x2x2 box. Perfect for our little stress ball. Now let's decorate. All right, the other part of the challenge, and this is the bonus part of the challenge, Craft Social friends, the 2 4 6 8 box is our challenge this week. You have until Tuesday to share yours. The rules are: don't share your business, don't share your business name, don't share another business name. People only, names only. Do not promote any other Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or company, crafting company. Don't link away from the Craft Social, and use primarily Stampin' Up's products. That's really the rules for the Craft Social. That's how you play nice in the Craft Social. If you can play by those rules, come and join our challenge. There will be prizes, and you have until Tuesday to enter to be considered for prize patrol. Any 2 4 6 8 box, however you want to close it, is what we're looking for. Bonus points if you use an item that's been hanging around in your scraps or your stash or your graveyard. So let me show you what I'm talking about. For my first box, I made this one first, and you can see on the pool party, I had this rectangle sitting in my scraps. And I'm like, I will never use that if I don't use that now. All right. And then I made the pre-recorded, like the clean video, and you'll see, I think this was last year's celebration folder. I had this piece. I mean, look at this. I save this stuff all the time. Do you guys save this stuff in my scraps? So I took a piece off. And now, just to further illustrate the point, this one came out of my scraps. So any 2 4 6 8 box, but bonus points if you can tell us what you pulled out of your graveyard, your crafting graveyard, or your scraps to use on the project. So I've got a little piece of pool party. It is embossed with the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, and it was just laying there in my scraps, like taunting me. Every time I looked in the pool party, I was like, yeah, right, you're never going to use me. Bonus points if you use that one. That's taunting you. Okay. Let's do some stamping. I've got some basic white cardstock. I had it in my hand. I just kind of flailed it around. Hold on. It was in that same envelope as the graveyard pieces, so I know it's here. Couldn't have gone further than my arm's reach. I didn't get out the chair. Let me get my ink pads while I peruse. What is the flower from in the February card kit? It is from Heart Shaped. I'm going to use it today in just a minute. And don't worry, February Card Club will have those flowers to decorate all your cards, but we're going to die cut that for you. It's free with Celebration, but I know that not everybody will have that. It's not part of the featured bundle, so we're going to do all that die cutting for you for your card club cards. If you want to use it because you love it and have one, it's from the Heart Shaped Bundle, Celebration, and I love this bundle. It has this little flower and the little leaves too. So, and then this label, we're going to use this one with the card sketch number 13 for the Sampler and Sketch series. So I've been loving just those pieces of this so far. I'm also using this thank you on card number 13 in the Shortcut Card Sketch series. What are we using for Shortcut Card Sketch series? Everyday You and Me. I feel like I'm all over the place today, you guys. Just hopefully this information that is kind of just bubbling out everywhere is exciting to you. Everyday You and Me, Ocean Friends, and Darling Dinos are what we're using for our sketch series. We do have 2 bonuses in the sketch series. They were with Cute as Can Be, or no, Be My Valentine. Be My Valentine and the Daisy bundle from Cheerful Daisy from the catalog before, the last annual catalog. So those are the ones to do the 5. There's going to be 5 total cards in the sketch series. All right. I'm really, found it. And some white cardstock, some Daffodil Delight cardstock, and single pierce matte because Terrific Toadstools is photopolymer. Because she says, oh, I'm late. Dear Lord, this project is stinking adorable. You just make my day. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Like this, I've been having a kind of I said it 3 times already, but maybe you just got here. I've been kind of having a sad day. So I've been looking forward to all day stamping with you guys and showing you this box. And what I'm looking forward to next is seeing your 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes on the craft social. I really hope you'll come and share. All right, so I've got my toadstool, and we're going not natural at all. Well, I think actually natural. I think this red with white spots is a Scandinavian mushroom, and it is really real. But the Azure Afternoon one might be kind of cartoon. We're doing real red, and we're going to put it at the end of the strip. And then at the other end of the strip, I'm going to stamp my stem with Early Espresso. So real red, Granny Apple Green, Early Espresso. And then in the middle of the strip, I'm going to stamp the ground. This is all from Terrific Toadstool Bundle. Even our greeting is from Terrific Toadstools. Got to get this one really nicely inked up because I want a nice dark green grass. I don't know if I got that really nicely inked up. I hope so. I'm going to hold it for an extra second. Let the ink transfer. It says, make sure to like and thumbs up this video. Yes, thank you, my friend, for the reminder. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, subscribe. If you're not following on Facebook, follow. I am live every other Thursday at 2 p.m. Central and Fridays at noon. So come back and see me again. I will be back tomorrow with the Card Club for Cool People bonus project. If you didn't see that last week, I'll show you again at the end of the video and show you what we're back next week doing. I'm not gonna lie, my Granny Apple Green might need a little bit of ink. Ugh. Okay, there's one task I hate in the office. It's re-inking pads. I do not like to re-ink stamp pads, Sam I am. I love that they're refillable though, and they're a lifetime supply. Look at my old style Early Espresso just clicking around. I love that they're refillable. I don't know, don't love refilling them. All right, let's get the green, the red out of here because we're done with them. But we are going to need Early Espresso again in a minute. I'm going to get my punch, my Terrific Toadstool punch. I've got so much going on with the Terrific Toadstools, you guys. I've had a hard time keeping track of my supplies because we're doing so much with it. All right, so the stem right in the bottom there. Oh, I got to cut a little closer. And the thing about this, if you haven't seen it yet, is this punch does not punch out the shape with a border like you're probably used to with Stampin' Up! Punches or dies. I said punch on the live video. I said this doesn't punch out with a border like Stampin' Up! Dies and stamps. It punches out so that it's edge to edge image, and you're left with a little border on the scrap. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're lining up your punch, that it's going to completely fill, and you want to kind of pay attention that you got it where it should be. So there's our mushroom and our stem. The stem, I've noticed when I use a really dark color like Early Espresso, sometimes the very end of the stem will shred a little. So I got my Early Espresso marker, and I'm just gonna cover that with a little. You can also do that from Early Espresso cardstock, and then you don't have to worry about that at all. Going to cut the leaves. There is no punch for it, but there's a really cute leaf in the heart-shaped dies. So if you don't want to cut your leaves, you can just grab either the sprig or the little short leaves like these and use that instead. So you could die cut the little leaves from some Granny Apple Green cardstock if you don't want to cut those out. I love to fussy cut. Fussy cutting is just my happy place. So I did go ahead and fussy cut those leaves, but I did it so that you don't have to watch me. All right, and then this, we're gonna fussy cut just the top edge, just like the punch punches with a little bit cut off. We're gonna follow the shape of the hill but cut just a little bit of Granny Apple Green off as we go, so there's no white border. And we can stop right there. All right, with this piece that's left here, now I'm going to bring back Early Espresso for 1 second. And I'm going to get the just a little thank you, also from Terrific Toadstools. Stamp that on the white. And then we're going to cut it out with this little label. I love this little label. And then we can punch a hole in the end of it and make it a tag. That little label is from Iconic Imagery, and it has a big brother. And then teeny tiny little hearts, some 6-point stars, a bigger 6-point star, some little sprigs, this big label. So it's kind of a nice set for the extra pieces that are in there. So that is where that guy came from. Oh, I put it away instead of in the die cut machine. Hang on. I've been kind of obsessed about losing this one because earlier today I went to go grab it and get ready for the video and I couldn't find it anywhere. It was stuck to the back of my tutorial and template thing. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I found it. It is not a day for losing dies, I'll tell you that much. All right, let's cut out the greeting and we're going to turn it into a tag. How's that for a clatter? I dropped the top plates. I'm going to put these guys all aside for a minute. Get this in here. We're going to cut out a little Daffodil Delight flower while we cut out our greeting. I love this project. It just makes me so happy. I hope you guys love it too. The little cube box will come in handy, but the idea, the 2, 4, 6, 8 box, learning that and putting that in your arsenal will really make handy when you're looking for packaging for all sorts of different gifts. All right, there's our flower and our tag. Who just said hello to me? Hold on, I'm gonna sit down so I can see. Hey Claire, how are you? I'm glad you're here. All right, this, my friends, is, how cute is that? Isn't that shape great? And the little greeting, and then our flower, perfect embellishment for our project right out of the scraps. And now we're almost done. Let's go ahead and put it away. Oh, I forgot the other parts. Oh man, always winning except for when I'm not. We have to die cut one more thing. So we cut our hill. We have our reclaimed scrap. Let's see yours. What are you guys going to get out of the, I don't know, the graveyard or the scrap bin to use on your 2, 4, 6, 8 box? We're going to adhere the ground to the embossed scrap from the scrap bin. Then we're going to take the Wonkadoodle circle, and they're not called Wonkadoodle circles. Don't search that. You won't get anything. Around it all dies. It is the 4th from the smallest circle. Let's go ahead and put that on. Make sure we like our ground placement. And now let's run that through the machine and get our background. I can't believe I forgot that part. That was one of the wow parts. All right, let's see how Facebook is doing. I see you guys are making comments, but they're just not loading at all on this other device, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's my favorite part is hanging out with you guys, but I'm going to have to crank this and then maybe I'll flip on the computer to Facebook and see what I can see. I'm glad you guys are here. I'll tell you that much. Crafting with you guys is my favorite part of the week. Tomorrow I'll be back and we're going to make a card keeper. I'll give you a sneak peek last Friday, but I'll show you again at the end of the video tomorrow's project. Now you see you've got some nice texture in the background. Got sky and ground, and you used up that piece that was too good to throw away, but too specific to ever use. Every time I went in there, the pool party scraps and saw all the pieces just sitting there. I don't remember the name of this one. This was from last year's celebration, and it was too big and too beautiful a piece to throw away. I'll still save this one because I'm crazy. And then this one with the timber, they were all just sitting there. And now look, I've made really good use of them, and I can feel good about using them and not just saving them for who knows what. Who knows what I was saving them for this, for today. All right, so there's our timber. There's our, whatever that one was called, like a lattice from Celebration. And then our plaid. Haha! Winning! All right, so if you do use something that's been sitting in your stash and make this 2468 box, be sure to tell us what you destashed or what you found and used from the graveyard. Do you guys have the graveyard? You guys have to have the graveyard. If you're paper crafters, you got the scrap box and the graveyard and stuff. I think it's just the way it goes. He says Wonkadoodle circles. I love the name of it now. Oh gosh, I can't even help myself. And then on top of it, I'm like Wonkadoodle circles, and that's what they are. And then I can't remember what they're really called. Like the real name of them just goes out of my head entirely. So thanks for putting up with me. That's what I'll say about that. Let's see here. It's called a fly mushroom here in Sweden. That's it, the red and white ones, the Mario ones. I love them, and I think they have such a pretty pop of drama for this project. And so I'm having fun with it. And then this one's Azure Afternoon, you guys, in case you're wondering about that one. So we got some dimensionals on the back of our little sky and ground piece. I'm going to get my craft mat. I'm telling you, the other day, I cleaned all the glue off of my space. It was such a mess. So guess what? I am using this guy. I wish Stampin' Up could be in Sweden. Oh, I know. I wish they could be everywhere. And they're not in Japan anymore, which makes me so sad. I know. Who knows? They are a global company, and maybe one day they'll expand. Let's see what else you guys are saying on the Facebook. Love the terrific Toadstool bundle, plus the Celebration DSP. So fun, right? The coordination between the two. And then you throw in the ribbon, the freesia ribbon that coordinates with the designer series paper and the purple sequins. They got everything going on. Vicky says, I love the card I got. Yay! Which one did you get, Vicky? Did you get the Petal Pink or the Calypso Coral or the Lost Lagoon Wonkadoodle Circle? We mixed them all up so we could use more of the patterns from that beautiful plaid. I love that plaid. We're featuring it next month in Card Club, if you're just new to the conversation here. Are you live every Thursday this time? Every other Thursday, and then every Friday at noon Central, so 2 hours earlier on Fridays. Let's see here. I cut out die cut shapes in one of the sides and put acetate inside where the die cut was for your 2468 boxes. Brilliant! You can make them window boxes. Vicky's brilliant. Jan likes all the options. I made 2468 box, but a bit taller. I love the idea of the smaller ones, right? Or the Wumbo long one. That one just makes me smile too. The 9-inch one. And you can find some things like chocolate covered pretzels, or sometimes tubes of body lotion, skinny little housewares like bottles of olive oil or balsamic vinegar. Sometimes you can find long skinny ones. So that tall one's kind of a fun one too. Oh, I should walkie-talkie. Let me grab a hole punch here, and we're going to make this just a little thank you label into a tag with a 1/8 inch circle punch. And then we're going to get a piece of dimensional on the back of there. Got some minis here. All right, so what do you guys think of this 2468 box? If you're just joining us, have you made these before? Check out the replay so you can see all the variations of the 2468 box, and come join us in the craft social if you would like to, for our challenge, make a 2468 box and then share with us. There will be prizes. If you're just getting here again, oh, Baby says softly sophisticated embossing folder, maybe. Yes, I think that's it. It was a celebration bundle last year with a stamp set. And so that's how long that piece has been sitting in my scraps, just taunting me. Why do you save me? You'll never use me. Haha, I used it. I used it and it looks pretty darn cute. Mimi, were you here when the sampler and sketch series? By the way, if you're just joining us, we are going to offer a second round. Links are going out if you've asked for them this afternoon. And if you have not, they're going out to our email subscribers this afternoon. But some of the papers are on low inventory. So the faster you turn around that link, the faster I can put in groups, the more likely I might be to get all of the papers before something sells out. All right. So emails will go out right after I'm live. And then if you turn around your payment fast, I will do in groups and order as soon as I get them. We will close the links on Monday, so we've got just a couple of days. And if Stampin' Up! Sells out of any of the Designer Series papers before then, just remember I do reserve the right to substitute. So I will definitely be closing up the links after they sell out of anything, or Monday at the latest. And if we're stuck in a position, we will definitely substitute. There's all those beautiful like replays in the different recolored Designer Series papers, so we have options to substitute with something that's still kind of new and exciting. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about joining us. Turn around your payment fast so I can turn around your order fast, and be prepared in case there's substitutes. We did have to substitute the ribbon. So if you're looking at the details, we did have to substitute the ribbon. I am using in the sampler series, which starts next Friday, the sketch series. There's 2 bonus sketches already, but next week we start the official series, and I am using bundles. Everyday You and Me, Ocean Friends, and Darling Dinos. And then the bonus cards are Be My Valentine, or no, Cutest Can Be. No, the Designer Series paper was Cutest Can Be. The bundle was Be My Valentine. And the other bonus is this one, which is the Cheerful Daisies. So those are the bundles that I use. There's 5 cards in the series for 3 sketches. Okay. Yeah, that's the news there. If you're just joining us. Let's see here. Hello from cold Sandy, Utah. Hello, Linda. Oh, I'm feeling you on the cold. We're actually kind of warm today. 17 degrees, a blistering 17 degrees. We were with wind chill like 20 below a couple of days ago. So I'm feeling happy for sunny and 17. Okay, let's see. Amy says, yes, I know where you're headed. I'm going to get Everyday You and Me bundle. I love that Everyday You and Me bundle. Oh gosh, I didn't think I was like, okay, more flowers. But these are kind of interesting. I'll give it a try. I really loved the paper and how the flowers repeat on the Designer Series paper, so I got it. Oh my gosh. You want to wrestle it out of my hands now? It's so good. All right, so I threaded my tag. I removed the liner on the dimensional, and here's a little tip. If you go ahead and then just put this where you want it to live on the box with that dimensional, then you can take your twine and you have something to pull against. You know what I mean? You can hold down on the box, and then you don't just have a tag going all twirly-whirly while you're trying to tie the linen thread on it. So I'll do that over, under, and then I'll loop, swoop, tuck, and pull. And as I'm doing that, my hands are resting on the box, and that tag's not going all whirligig on me while I'm trying to tie it. So just a little a little thing that helps dexterity for tying bows. Glue it to the project first, then hold down the project while you tie. Okay. Let's get this guy straightened out. I like big loopy bows. I like long curly tails. That's just how I do it. So I'm going to trim a little bit off of this side, cut that one away from the spool, and try to get rid of this little twist going on over here. There we go. This guy is our last little touch. Let me bring in these other guys. If you're just joining us, inside there is a little mushroom stress ball. I got them on Amazon. They're linked below, along with the fun mushroom pens that we used in snail mail. Remember the snail mail online class with the perpetual birthday calendar? January is a good time to revisit that class. We did that years ago with the mushroom pens. And we did the mushroom pens in the Whimsy Workshop. This is a free workshop PDF that you can get with any size Stampin' Up! Order for free. Every month we're going to have a new collectible card doodle and twinkle treat template that we feature. And it's free with any size Stampin' Up! Order, or $9.95 in the store. Now here's the thing. If you have a $60 order, MarisaAlvarez.StampinUp.net, you can get the paper that we used today. This is the Toadstool Garden Designer Series paper for free from Stampin' Up! And the Whimsy Workshop for free from me. So in case you have not seen this one yet, I brought it into the primaries with the green, blue, red, and yellow using the kind of mushroom texture. But look at this fun paper with the mushrooms and the snails. Stripes are awesome for anything. Swipes. Rhonda said, that's my kind of Halloween paper right there. Little. This reminds me of like when you're looking to see the 3D or the colorblind test. Like I'm looking to try to see if I can see the A or the B in there. It's like a dotted. I love this one. The plaid. Look at that with the little ladybugs. So this is that paper. And so Stampin' Up! Will give you this paper for free, and I'll give you the Whimsy Workshop to use this paper. All right, that's that paper that we used today. We needed embellishments that we used are these from the Citrus Sweets. I always forget about these, and we're going to use the kind of milky clear one, but the yellow one would be gorgeous if you used early espresso for this, or if you used instead of early espresso for the stem and the greeting, if you used Night of Navy. I think it would look equally awesome, and you could have the flower centers and Night of Navy. I always forget I have these. I don't know why. They're lovely. Let me get a roll of glue dots. I'm going to take your pick tool. You guys are following along with me. Mimi says, I thought the same about Everyday You and Me. Another Flora. But they're round and swirly inside. I don't have any like that. Right? They've got that watercolor wash thing with the... Wait till you see what we're going to do with those flowers. I think you're going to love them. All right, I'm put my little flower on a glue dot, and then grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. At least I hope. I'm not even going to say it because you guys already know what a mess I made, because I say it every week. Can't believe the mess I made. Can't even find my Stampin' Pierce mat. All right, then I'm going to take this guy with the putty end with the cap on, and I'm going to press on my flower. Now it's like flower shaped. See how it brought the petals up and made them cup shape? I'm going to peel that off and pop it right on the end of my tag. This is from the heart-shaped bundle from Celebration. That is, the heart-shaped bundle is free with a $120 order. So if you are still looking, haven't done your Celebration order yet, and you want some of those items, MarisaAlvarez.StampinUp.net, and I'll send you the Whimsy Workshop so you can make more terrific Toadstool and Darling Dino projects. Look at that. All right, there we go. there's our mushroom stress ball 2x2x2 cube box. And if you make any sort of 2, 4, 6, 8 box, whether it's the 2x2 cube or it's the long skinny one I showed you at the beginning, or you make it into a pouch or into a gusset bag, however you do it, if you use your Stampin' Up supplies and you're willing to stay and play, not link away from the Craft Social, and you don't promote yourself any other demonstrator or any other craft company, come and join us. We want to see your 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes, all right? Karen says, great box. Well, thank you. I hope you'll give it a try, or in one of its variations. I will be linking this one, which is also the 2, 4, 6, 8 box, but it's the gusseted kind where you pinch it to close it. I'll link this box in the description here and in the blog post so you can see a little bit taller size and then gusseted. Really kind of cute. It's a fun one to have in your repertoire. All right, you guys, I'll be back tomorrow at noon. You guys want to see what we're making tomorrow at noon? If you missed the preview last Friday, we are going to make a card keeper that matches our January card club for cool people. Now, you can't get the Cake Celebration Card Club packet anymore, but you can still get the online content in the Kitchen Table Stamper store. So kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And if you filter by the newest editions, you should find the Cake Celebration Second Chance content. But we're making this fun card keeper. You guys didn't see this one last week because I did that one on the video. That will hold a few cards, up to 6, I think. I've got 4 in here with envelopes. These are our card club cards. It's got another little pocket. You can put some postage stamps in that pocket, or do some big birthday tags would be great in that pocket. Here's our other little guy. So just a fun little card keeper project. This is what our card club members can do with the extra supplies from their packet if they got the to-go version. There's online only options where you can just get the PDF, or the optional video content if you want to add that to your library. So you can get the class just in digital online only form, or if you subscribe by the 5th of the month, you can be included in Card Club for the to-go version with a kit. Now, Cake Celebrations was January, so this went out to our subscribers on January 20th. If you subscribe by February 5th, then you'll be in for our terrific toadstools. So that's really going to be a fun card club too. The terrific toadstools, we're combining it up with the plaid, and that will be subscribed by February 5th, and we release the content on or about February 20th. All right, so card club with the plaid is the mushrooms. Tomorrow we're going to make the card keeper, and my alarm clock just went off, so I have to see who's picking up my son. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. Tina says, so sweet. Jen says, love the box. Can't wait to go to get crafting. I can't wait to see yours. Well, if the challenge isn't already posted, it will be shortly, so check that out. Blog won't be posted until later tonight. I had a late start this morning dealing with some stuff, so yeah. Karen says, hope I get to try this weekend. Me too, Karen. If you try, share the Craft Social. I'm glad you like the box. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Have a really great night. Join me tomorrow at noon. Same bat channel. Different bat time, though. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.